First off, I want to, talk to all the Iowa State folks that showed up. That was quite a crowd, quite an atmosphere. I guess if you were a fan, you probably got your money's worth. So that's my first charge right now is to thank them for coming out. Secondly, all I can say is, I've been doing this a while, and sometimes you get dual meets that you don't deserve to get, and then sometimes you lose dual meets you probably didn't deserve to lose, and I really think that was the case today, and I don't take anything away from Iowa at all. They won fair and square. I could go through a lot of weight classes, and I'm sure you guys will help me go through those weight classes. I like the effort of our team. There was places like 125, 174, 184 where, we just didn't get to our offense. And hats off to Drake, and hats off to the 174 and that 184. They got to their offense and we didn't get to our offense. 74, that one will keep me awake for months and months and months and years. Sometimes when you're in the corner, things get moving really fast. And, Coach Metcalf and Coach St. John, I think we got all confused in with the riding time situation. And for a split second there, I think we thought we had riding time in the heat of battle, and we didn't have riding time. There's no guarantee that MJ Gaitan would have gotten one more takedown there, but it sure looked like it with the way things were trending in that match. And so, that's on us. The ESPN crew came up and interviewed me right at that time, and I had a deja vu of years ago when we lost a tough match, and ESPN stuck a mic in my face, and I got it right back to me again. So it was tough. It was tough to make that mistake when things were going that fast. But here we are. MJ Gaitan wrestled a good match at the end, but a not very good match at the beginning. And we put ourselves in a big hole. We dug ourselves out, and we as a coaching staff sure as heck didn't help him win that match at the end. And so that's on us. And that was a dual meet, So. I hope everybody had a good time watching it, but this one's going to sting a little bit. It's going to hurt. So again, but hats off to Iowa. I thought they did enough to win, and they got the W today.
Will you take us through 141 at the end of that match and why you didn't challenge?
Well, we thought, we talked about it in the corner too, and we just didn't feel like, that based on looking, a lot of times we kind of look at the officials, and if the officials don't want to, especially early in the dual meet, if you want me to be transparent. When they look at each other and they don't want to look at it, that's usually a bad sign. So I hope that's a good answer. Is usually when you got two officials and they're looking, if they think it's questionable, they coach us up all the time now that, hey, if we think it's questionable, we're going to go to the table. We're not even going to waste your brick. So we looked at them, and they weren't budging. So, I also felt like we had him really tired and we weren't as tired, and there's a lot of split-second decisions, and we didn't get them.
174 didn't go your way, but it was still ended up being a big match in a sense. Just what type of impact did that have on just maybe kind of building some momentum?
Well, I mean, that was a big match. That would have got everybody going. That would have. I think everybody knew that we were in really good shape after that particular match. I think that would have. Just figuring, most likely Younger was going to get bonus points, and that was the difference. That was the cushion. So, that was it in a nutshell. And when we screw up, I'm the first one. I told our guys, I said, you know what? We all got things to work on, but we as a coaching staff, and I said, Coach Metcalf, Coach Dresser, and Coach St. John, things were moving fast in that corner, and we didn't make the right call.
What'd you see from David Carr at 165? Obviously, got a bonus points against the number 5 guy in the country.
He's David Carr. He's a stud. That's what studs do.
Coach, you talk about conditioning. You mentioned, how good you guys were looking. You had to be feeling really good about the offense you were seeing in the third period.
Yeah, I mean, we wrestled hard. Our shape was good in a lot of places. I liked our shape. Drake Ayala's a tough customer. We couldn't get to his legs. Gabe Arnold's going to be a great wrestler. And he's a great style matchup because he slows everything down. So if you can't get to his legs, you got to be a real athlete to beat him. And then Kennedy, we just went out and MJ's a freshman. He's got to tighten that stuff up. MJ's infamous for kind of flopping around the first period, and we got to tighten things up the first period. So, I told him, I said, I can tell you, I've been doing this as an athlete and coach a long time. You learn a heck of a lot more by losing than you do winning. So we got stuff to work on that we can take care of. And you know, we won a lot of dual meets last year. Things didn't work out quite so well for us at the end of the year. So I can tell you that I'm not pushing the panic button right now here. I feel bad for the fans and I feel bad for Iowa State right now because I feel like we let them down. I really do. And so that's on us. And you know, we're gonna keep coming to practice, and we're gonna try to put a really good product out there each time. But like I said before, and I'll say it now, this is a good team at Iowa State. Really good team. I mean, Cody Chittum, that guy's gonna turn some heads before he's done. You know, I thought he wrestled really good. I mean, we could have got that call based on from where we were sitting. Everything looked like we had control there. We just didn't get one thing to fall our way today, and that's sports sometimes.
Evan and Casey gave you a lot of early momentum. How did you feel at that point in the match? That's just the way everything looked.
I thought we were in a good spot at the break. We were in a good spot in the break. David came out and did his job, so we were in the driver's seat right there. And 74 is what got us.
How do you feel like the 3-point takedown changed the dynamic of the duel?
Good question. I think the only thing that changed it is it gave us bonus points at 2 places. And I don't know, those guys kind of both were just nipping on tech falls, so they might have got a bonus point anyway. So I don't think this particular duel meet affected anything, but those are the only 2 weights that I saw that, you know, I think we would have, if you would have used the 2-point takedown and done the math on it, I think we probably would have barely got majors in those situations, but with the new rule, we were just this close to getting techs. But great day over.